All right, and welcome to part 2 of this playthrough of Arena the Contest. Again, as I said, if you didn't watch the first video, this is a prototype copy and as such not the components that you will get if you back the project. The miniatures they were kind enough to supply. If you haven't already watched part 1, I do invite you to do that, as our heroes did enter into this lava-filled area and take out a few orcs. In fact, I think we took out 6 when you last left off. Since then, I have rescued another prisoner, and we are sitting at the gates ready to open them up and go into the final battle. So with that said, let's get down to the table and see where our heroes are at. And I'm back. Now I realize for those of you who are watching at home, obviously you just saw me take out the prisoner, which I believe was over there, but we've went ahead and progressed the game forward and we're just at the doors. We've taken out 2 of the prisoners, so we have keys. We've got our samurai at this level and our archangel here, and we're ready to go ahead and open those doors up, which will then spawn event 2. So I'm going to start with, let's see, we'll start with the Archangel over here. Now, since he's going to be the first one, we still have the orb in play. He's going to take some damage, and you'll see that we've all taken significant damage over the time. But he will lose 8 points. And then I will use his prime action to undo this lever. And we'll say that it opens this. Well, actually, we have to do them both, but I'm going to do that just so we know we did it. And then he will go ahead and move. And we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll just stop right there. And that's going to complete his turn. Then the samurai over here will do the same thing, completing the lever with his prime action. And then moving 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We'll put him there, and that will complete his turn. And since we did it in 2 consecutives, we have now opened the doors, which hopefully will also allow us to deal with that orb. So we're going to take those out, and now we're going to do it spawn 2, of which when we look in the book, it says event 2, place enemies, and we see that we have these. Now that's going to bring our friendly warlord here into the mix. We're going to bring in one of these guys, and we're going to bring in these 2 as well, and then we will place their hit points out on the board. So we already know that orcs have 30 points, so we'll put those there, and our warlord, if you're ready for this, has 70 hit points. And also he is going to have his own particular damage here. He has an 8 as a basic attack. He has a 6 defense and an 8 movement. He does a lava blow, which does 2 squares around him, 1 enemy, and it does 15 damage plus effect, moving the target up to 4 squares towards the nearest lava tile. And in a miss, he'll do 10 residual. He does have a special power as well, and that his attacks ignore all effects applied by heroes. If anything would copy, negate, or remove one of his attacks or allow us to control him, he will take 12 damage instead. He's also immune to mob and focus, which are abilities in the game. So now we will continue on. So these 2 have already taken their turns, which is why I kind of lined these guys up. I think we'll go ahead and do the barbarian next. We'll move him 1, 2. We'll move him right in, butt him right up against that guy. We will go ahead and do a damage. Now we've used some of our things, and for those who notice, these heroic actions have been flipped over. That's because we had some bad luck later in the game, and I had to revive the samurai. He had fallen. We had to do some heals, so we ended up using both of those. Let's go ahead and do a mighty blow on the orange guy there. We'll roll for it. We get a 7, which is enough to hit him, which will thus give us 14 damage on the orange one, sending that to 16. All right, so that will complete his turn. And we will now do Jorana, who is just going to slide up as well as her movement. And then let's see what we should do. All right, so Jorana could do 22. I would kill that one, or she could do 8. You know what? Let's do the whirling strike for her. So that's going to be 2 squares up to 2 enemies, and we will roll for each of them. So first I'm going to roll for, let's say, the orange one. We'll do the orange one first. We get a hit. So close to a crit. So the orange one is going to get hit. We'll roll for the green one, and he will also get hit. So each of them will take 8 damage, and the effect is 1 square towards you, any target's hit, but we're not going to be doing that. So we will move him down 8. So he'll go to 8, and the green one will go down 8 as well. All right, that's going to finish off Jorana. This doesn't have any lasting effects, so we don't need to keep that out. And we will move on to the enemies. Now let's bring the Warlord's card out. So we have him, and we'll put it here in the row. Now these enemies will again just go in whatever order we choose, but first we must draw an evil power. And here we have Vile Ritual. Villains are hastened and ignore effects applied by heroes on all combatants. So hasten, for those checking here on the conditions, means that they do not incite reaction attacks, which we've already done. And let's see, command, attack the hero with the lowest defense within 6 squares of you. Now it just so happens that the barbarian has a 6. And let's see, so that means they're both going to try for Qatar here. All right, so we will first, let's do the green one. We'll do it in this order. We'll roll up for him first. He does get a hit, which means we will get 12 damage there. So, Qatar, where is he? He's here. So he'll go down to 33. And then we'll move him 1 space towards the lava. Now I feel, because it does say that he'll move him into lava, I'm not sure that they push him to lava, but hey, it just means if so, I'm doing it harder. So that'll move him into there, thus causing him 4 points of damage. So he'll move to 29. And that was the green one. So now the orange one's going to still attack him, because he has the lowest defense. And that is going to be a 9, which of course will hit again. He's already in the lava, so no reason to move him, but he will lose another 12 points, sending him down to 17. The blue guy here, he can't get to an attack, but he will at least move. Well, actually he can, because he can get here. So he will move. And then he will attack as well. This die is not our friend. We get a 9 again, so another 12 points, sending him down to 5. Ooh, not good for us. Okay, so now the Warlord. Now the Warlord has 2 squares and 1 enemy and 15, and he's still going to try for the lowest. Believe that Qatar is going to fall, because if he moved, say, here, that puts him within 2 squares of the damage. Because lava doesn't block anything as far as that goes, so it's going to hit him. So if he hits him, we're going to have a problem. Of course, even a residual is still going to kill him, so regardless, he's going to die. And he dies. So that is going to end Qatar completely, sending him to 0. All right, so bye-bye, Qatar. All right, that's going to end that turn. Hopefully we can figure out what we're going to do. I believe he was here, I want to say. That's fine. All right, so beginning of the hero's turns. I wish we hadn't used that. I would really like to revive him. Well, let's see. I say that we probably should go with the Archangel first. Nope, we'll go with Jiran first. So she'll lose 8 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. from the orb. And then I think I'm going to have her do that double hit again. Maybe we can take out both of the front guys. Well, no, we can't. Shouldn't our... Oh, no, he didn't. All right. So we'll do whirling... Well, actually, let's see. He may move up to 8 strike before striking. That doesn't help. It is 22 damage. Now, we'll do this one. As you guys can tell, I'm pretty bad at this game, but I'm still having a lot of fun. So, it's got this really old school, like D&D sort of thing. Like, I feel like I'm playing on the old paper maps. This artwork is gorgeous. All right, so we'll roll for the orange one first. And we get that. That will send him down to 0. We can move 1 square towards me. All targets hit. No reason to do that. We'll try the green guy here. We get a hit on him as well. So we'll send him down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. All right. So that's going to finish Jorana's turn. And we know that the orange one has been removed. Looks like the green guy is trying to remove himself. Okay. Now, I could try to sidestep, but I don't really see a reason to do so. So I think we'll do the samurai next, and I'll move him here so that he can get an attack there. We'll hit the green guy, because the blue is the one I'm least... Well, let's see. He has 12. I've got to have something that does... Or he's 14. Now, I don't have anything that's going to do enough damage to actually hit him. Let's put him back. I'm going to try something a little crazy here. So, we're going... really do want to kill this guy if possible. I'm thinking maybe we should actually use the Archangel instead. You know what? All right, so we're not going to move the Samurai. We're going to move the Archangel instead. So I'm going to move him here, here, here. All right, and let's see if he has anything that hits 2 enemies. That's an interrupt. He has this interrupt spell, but I never had a purpose to use it. Actually, I take that back. When we were off camera, I actually did use that card. You know what? Let's just do this. I'm going to do Celestial Armor, which means we're going to use our special. And I'm going to hit the... No, that's not going to work either. So I was thinking we would use the Celestial Armor, but it won't kill the blue one in front of us, and then we won't be able to get to him. It's a bad call, isn't it? All right, let's just do it. All right, Celestial Armor. There's nothing that's going to kill that blue one. So let's not. Let's do Wings of Justice. So we'll do Wings of Justice, which will do 10 damage, and we're going to target the green one. So, and we completely miss. So it will take 5 residual damage. Ugh, that didn't work out for us, did it? All right, now back to the samurai. So basically that didn't work. So we'll move in and we'll attack the green guy with... We'll do Tides of Blade, and I'll show you why. So we're going to roll for the Tides of Blade, and I really hope this hits. It does. We're applying it to him. He was our target that we did. We're going to do the effect. So he's going to take 11 damage, which is going to finish him off. But we're going to move him 2 spaces. So I'm going to move him here, making him adjacent to both of these guys. So each will take 3 damage. So 1, 2, 3. And finally our Warlord, 1, 2, and 3. And then he will die. So we'll remove both of these from the board. All right, now it's going to be our Sentinels. Our card for this round will be Vicious Punishment. Villains are hastened and empowered. Now, checking our thing here, empowered means +3 damage when they hit. Not very good for us. And they will attack the hero with the lowest hit points. So that is going to be the samurai. Now, they're not going to move in such a way that would cause them in sight. They're not stupid, but they can get to the samurai. So this guy would move here, and then he would make an attack on this guy. Let's hope for a good roll. Now, I'm not completely sure on this, and you can check the rule book for this. I don't want to hold up this video. I'm not sure if moving here would have caused an insight. I don't believe it would because I never actually left the adjacency. We roll an 8 against a 7. So he will take 12 points of damage, moving him down to 23. And then he will get moved to the lava. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Not very good. And now we're going to go him. He doesn't even need to move to hit this guy. So that's... wait. I think we just messed up. It was supposed to be the lowest hit points, right? It was. So he actually should have attacked here. So let's reset that real quick. We'll move him back to 35. Move him out of the lava. Move this guy back. Actually, we'll hit the Archangel for 12 points, moving him down to 19, then putting him into the lava. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so now we'll do this guy, and he will attack on this one. So we will roll. It was still defense 7. We get an 18, so that is absolutely a hit. He will take 15 points of damage, thus ending him as well. So we will throw him out of the game. Again, I know I'm doing poorly, but I just want you to see how the game plays out. In addition, you'll also notice that there were some scrolls and artifacts. Since I was doing a one-off, the characters didn't have any of these, and I'll show you these here at the end. That's all right, so we will finish that. That was just bad for us because I had put things in such a way that they wouldn't have attacked the lowest characters, but then the cards came out and kind of messed us up. All right, so we'll go back to the heroes. We know we have 2 down, 2 up. We'll have the samurai go first. He oddly has the most hit points, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 for the orb. And then we definitely need to take out that blue guy, but I don't think we have the damage for it. Even with doing it, well, no, it's not going to do it. All right, so I'm going to move him like this. I'm going to use the special, and we're going to use Dragon Spirit. So let's go ahead and roll that up. And it is a hit. That is 25. And there's an effect permanent. You can't use your passive power. Whenever you hit a target, a combatant within 8 squares of you takes 4 damage or regains 4 hit points. So that's pretty good. Probably should have used that earlier. And this guy will go down by 25, sending him to the 2 spot. Okay, so now we will go back to her. I'm simply going to move her here, which again, I'm not sure about the insight, but I believe that that's correct. And one thing that I didn't cover during this game, and it's because I just didn't want to bog it down, especially when you're controlling 4 characters, is all these characters do have these passive abilities. So if hers is Circle of Protection. If an enemy starts its turn adjacent to you and the first target of its attack isn't you, then they take a -2 penalty to its first roll and 4 damage. Each of them have something, but I decided to not use it during this because I wasn't really playing to win the game. But so Jorah will do Whirling Strike again, hopefully taking this guy out. We'll roll for the blue guy first. We do get that, so that takes care of him. And we'll roll for the Warlord. And we get amazing. So he's going to take 8 points of damage, moving him down to 59, and he's going to take an additional 5 for the crit. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Let's go ahead and remove this guy from play. And that worked out pretty good. We're down to just the Warlord, and that's not even doing this. So the Samurai, since he's still in play, hit a target that's adjacent to at least one of your allies on your first hit of your turn, and that target would take 4 damage. So when he hit this, if this had been adjacent, that target would take an additional 4. Again, I wasn't playing this for wins, so you don't really need to, I didn't need to deal with those. And again, it's hard to deal with those when you're playing by yourself, for me personally anyway. Okay, so the Warlord is going to take his turn. Remove all combatants' temporary effects applied by heroes. I don't think we have any, because this is a permanent and she doesn't have one. So no effects happen, basic strategy, so he will just attack, which means he will attack her, which is probably good for us. He rolls a 4, which means he misses. So we will take 10 residual. Actually, that's pretty good. I'm all right with that. Okay, moving back here, we'll have the Samurai take this. So we'll go down to 19. I don't think we're going to win this, but if I can inflict some damage on him, so be it. I guess technically, no, that wouldn't work. I'll say we could try to run out. Not taking out the orb is kind of hurting us as well. I should have slipped somebody by and possibly done that, but... Alright, so... She didn't do a special, so this is available to us. The Samurai is going first. Let's see. 10,000 spirits. That's not any good. So we will simply do... Let's just move him forward 1 space and do Tide of Blades. So we'll roll for that. Hopefully we'll get 11 on him. Amazing, another crit. So he's going to take 11 points of damage, moving him down to 43. And then he's going to take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in critical damage. We can move him now up to 2 squares. I'm not sure... You know, I think we're actually going to move him up to 2 squares. I'm going to move him, and I believe this is legal. 1, 2, putting him into lava, causing another 4 damage. 1, 2, 3, and 4. All right, now we've got Jirana here. We do have the special available, and let me see if I have something. I do. I'm going to use Thunderous Charge. So that's going to flip this over. Now this says we can move up to 8 squares if we want before striking. I don't see a reason, except for a target takes 5 if you move at least 4 squares during this attack. Now I can't go backwards. Can I do this in such a way? If I went 1, 2, 3, 4, I would still have him. So I'm going to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. Because that means that we could get an additional 5 damage. So let's roll this up. We could get a crit. This would be really nice, but I think it's pushing our luck. We get an 8. Which his defense is 6, so we still do the damage. All right, so he's going to take 22. He's going to take 27 points of damage. That's going to move him down to, I believe, 7. Uh-oh. Looks like we might actually win this. But we use this, so this is now gone. All right, so now we're going to go back to the Warlord. Villains are blessed. Blessed means that they roll 2 dice and use the best result on their primary attacks. Well, works out. I just happen to have another die available. Now, this is applied once per turn, even if they had multiples, but they don't. And ignore all effects applied by heroes, which there aren't, and he will be using basic strategy, which means he will attack her. So we will roll both dice, and he will get the better of the 2. A 7 and a 10. Oh, man, if he wasn't blessed, he actually wouldn't have hit us. So we're going to take 15 damage, and then move up to 2 squares towards lava. Luckily, he's standing in the lava. He actually would have probably moved off of the lava just to not end his turn there, so we'll move him. So that is going to do how much damage to her? She's going to get 15 plus 4 if he moves her into the lava, which he actually can't. She'd go 1, 2, like that. So she actually can't, he can't get her to the lava. So she'll just take the 15 points of damage. So we'll move her down 10. Move her there. Oh, I'm feeling good about this, actually. Now, I know that I definitely broke some rules along the way. This is really just to show you guys how the game basic plays. I'm not trying to get too deep into things. But, because again, it's me playing by myself. But, so, let's just do this. So, we need 8. We're going to have to apply it to the samurai, because he's going to have to go first, because she can't even absorb it without dying. So, he'll move down to 11. This is pretty much going to be a sink or swim situation. I don't have the special available, or do I? No. So we don't have the special available. Let's check in to see. I think she used it. So he won't get to do a special, which actually is not that big of a deal. We will just do a move. 1, 2, and we will do tidal blades, and we will roll up. Oh, we rolled a 1. No good. So that's an automatic miss, but he will take 5 residual. So we'll move him down 5 points of damage. Moving him to 2. You know what? I still feel good. She's going to do her attack. We will do Dance of Steel. As long as we hit, this is over. We roll a 6. He has a 6. We are good. Okay. So that will finish him off. We have won the game. Now again, I did manipulate the game a little bit to kind of lead towards a bit of an exciting victory. But overall, this does give you an idea how the game plays generally. So we'll celebrate our victory. So in the game, there's also going to be these scroll cards, which give us different sort of spells and things like that that we can use. We've got artifact cards that give us special things that allow us, like we've got a Sun Orb, which has a power level 2. When you make a special attack, you may re-roll 1 and use the best per attack. Gloves, residual damage deals +5 or heals +5. So different things in there. Of course, still this dragon. And another cool thing about it is the dragon itself, they have their own deck of spell cards that they can use. And if you play this in the campaign mode, and I'm not going to do any spoilers, there's going to be some cards that go along with that as well. We've got a lot of other characters in the game. In addition, we have fate cards, which do different things within certain quests as well. In addition to that quest guide that you saw we were playing, it also has a pretty hefty rule book. It has a quick start guide, and it has this campaign tome, which is pretty cool in that it has... If you look, it has an actual map of the world that we're playing in, and I like that they took the time to flush that out as well. And here's some of the other characters. We've got a wizard, we've got Zafara the Fallen Angel, and I actually wish I had played her. She's a controller, and those are pretty cool. You've got Taram the cleric here. He's a healer, and we didn't use a healer in the game. So overall, it gives you an idea of how the game plays. Again, like I said, I didn't do everything. I didn't use these passive abilities at the bottom throughout the game. But I really do enjoy this game, and this is one of the quests. And of course, the game also has the PvP mode, where instead of having these enemies out and doing that, it's actually teams where we're battling it out hero to hero, and you have your teams on each side, and they go back and forth, 1, 2, 3, etc. In this special here. And then In this case, so we defeated it, we would gain experience points, and the quest will tell us what we get. So in this case, we would get 8 points for killing the chief, which was our primary objective. Had we rescued all 3 of the prisoners, which we didn't, we left 1, we would have gotten an additional 3. If we destroyed the orb, we would have gotten 2 points. Any chest we left open, this one we left open, would have given us an experience point. And if who was alive at the end would get 1 point each, so we'd get 1 point here. And that's going to allow us then to spend those to get new gear for us. In addition, there's also some level up cards, which I'm not sure where are in the box, but they'll allow our characters to gain more things as well. So that's going to be it for my playthrough. Again, I do apologize that I didn't play everything correctly, but I hope it's given you an idea how the game plays, and I look forward to seeing you folks next time. Okay, so that's going to conclude my playthrough of the first quest of Arena the Contest. As I said, the game does offer PvP, which I believe is really more the primary way to play this. I just kind of prefer PvE. It gave me this feeling of this old school dungeon crawl. I got a little D&D nostalgia in it, and I really enjoyed this. Again, I did make a few rules mistakes along the way and some things that I honestly wasn't that sure of. I am working with a prototype copy and an advanced copy of the rules. Anyway, go ahead and check out their Kickstarter page. It should hopefully be live pretty soon, and I will see you folks next time.